Oh, I missed the drum solo. And I'm laughing at myself. Favorite song? Walkout song. Here goes. Okay. You guys get pumped up because today we're going back to fractions. I'm excited about that. Let me flip over here. Get that off of the screen. Okay. So real quick. Sorry I can't be there today to start a new thing. It's kind of a new thing, kind of an old thing. You've done fractions, all right? So you're gonna be fine today. You know fractions really well. Actually, I'm very impressed. Okay. So let's get started with champs really quick. Conversation's a level 0, so you can watch me talk at you for a minute, okay? I know you guys are gonna miss me so much today, like so much. Okay, raise your hand and wait to be called on. If you have something to say, if you have an answer, something. If you need anything, raise your hand. Just wait patient. And if you've got links, please raise your hand from your seat. Get the attention by raising those links up, okay? Today, like I said, we're doing a new unit. So objective-wise, you are going to represent equivalent fractions. So we'll talk about that. You should have just watched the video, right? And I'll show you that in just a minute. We'll go back to that. We're going to show equivalent fractions using models, all right? So just pictures of circles and fraction strips, right? We're good with those. Movement is 0. Please don't get up. Guys, it'll be short and sweet, okay? Be engaged. Watch the video. Look. Listen, there's nothing on the rug, I swear. There's no answers. The video's not playing on the rug. That'd be cool. I don't know, maybe. But get those eyes up, okay? And then when we get to this, I want you to color in what I'm coloring in, not necessarily with colors. I'm sorry, I know all you guys want colors. But you can do the other part with colors, okay? So let's do just pencil on this first part, okay? So you don't have to get up right now, okay? Hold on, sir. Don't come in. It's the custodian. I'm sorry. Okay. So you guys just watch this. Where to go? Not AC/DC, but this one. All right. So you just talked about equivalent fractions and what equivalent means. It means that you can have the same amount, but it can be cut into different parts, okay? So we have, obviously, the same whole. They're all pizzas, right? And all the pizzas have been cut into different type slices, right? So this has been cut into halves, and let's say you ate that half, right? Well, this has been cut into fourths, equal pieces. You still ate those 2 pieces. You ate half. So that's the same amount, okay? And I'm not going to repeat what the guy said. I know I just did. I'm sorry. Okay, but so that's what we're talking about today. Equivalent means the same. It's sort of like congruent. It means same, equal, okay? So let me switch over and show you guys what you're going to do with me, right? Remember, color in what I color in, okay? So your job today, after I get done yapping about fractions, is also to go on and color the other 2 or 3 of these, okay? So we're going to look at half, like the half of that pizza, all right, but as a fraction strip. So if we take one whole strip, right, and we cut it in a whole bunch of different ways, right, then that's what this model is saying, okay? So I took this one whole and I cut it into 2 pieces. So let's look at the halves, right? We call this half, or you guys, some say 1/2, but we don't say 1, 2. That doesn't make sense, right? So we have to say 1/2 or just half, okay? So if I color in half, that's what I'm going to start with. And you guys color in that half. It doesn't have to be perfect, all right? Just color it in with your pencil. All right, so 1/2. Now we're gonna go in search of on each strip whether or not we can find equivalent fractions to 1/2. All right. So what is equal to? Remember, equivalent means equal. So the same amount shaded. All right. So thirds. Let's go look at the next one. So if I color in 1/3, y'all don't color it. Sorry, that's the one thing I don't want you to color. So if you color in 1/3, this is a smaller piece than half, right? So it's not equivalent. So I could say 1/2 is greater than 1/3. But if I colored in 2 out of the 3, 2/3, then now all of a sudden 2/3, these shaded parts together, if I look at them together, the amount shaded out of this hole is greater than the amount shaded out of this hole. So those can't be equal, all right? All right, that's why I said don't color. Okay, now I'm going to go down to my fourth, so I can put a little X right here, right? All right, let's go look and see. So 1/4 is obviously a smaller piece, but if, let's say I color in 2/4. So if we look at this combined, if we say this amount that's shaded, both of these together, right? 1/4 and 1/4, that's 2/4. That is the same amount shaded as 1/2, all right? So that's what we say is these two fractions are equivalent, all right? So I can come up here and write 2/4. 1, 2 out of 4 is equivalent to 1/2, okay? So you're going to continue on like that, all right? So if you look at your fifths, right? 1/5. I wouldn't color if I were you. Just hold on. 1/5, 2/5. That's still a little less. 3/5 is greater than those two. So our fifths cannot be equivalent. Okay. So let's come down here to 6. You can color in this one. So 1/6, 2/6, 3/6. Would you look at that? Let me step back. All right, 3/6 is equivalent, or all of this shaded, the whole amount shaded, like together, right, is the same amount as this. It's the same amount as this. All right. So I'm gonna write 3/6. Okay, so your job is to continue hunting down those equivalent fractions. So look at 1/2 has a lot of different fractions or different ways that you can cut or divide up a whole, and it's still equal to actually 1/2. Okay, so I mean, really, you can kind of see it right there if you look. So I want you to go in, color, finish this one up for me. Do this one, flip it over on the next page. It's, I believe, 2/6 and, not sure. What did I do? Let's see. Oh, 2/3 and 2/6, okay? So you're going to do the same thing here on this next page. All right, so with 2/3, you're going to take this whole. This is halves. This is thirds. I'm going to come down to thirds. 1, 2, 3. And I need 2/3. So I'm going to start with 2 out of 3. So I'm going to color in 2/3. So I'm looking for other fractions that are equivalent to this amount. Both of these combined, like the amount shaded, right? Okay. So if I come down to fourths, you're going to look and see, can I color in 1, 2, 3/4? No, see how that's a little bit more out of the hole than this right here. So you would come down, look at fifths, look at sixths, and kind of go through. If you need help with this, please raise your hand like I said, all right? And then, bam. Okay, if you get to this, we'll see how much time you have. All right, if you get to this, or if you go and work on this at your seat after your lesson, after this video, and you get done with the other part, coloring in, you can try and test yourself and see if you can figure out the equivalent fractions, okay? So on this one, this is obviously 2 out of 2 have been shaded, if you think about it like the pizza. 2, 2, that's a whole pizza, right? But now it's been divided into fourths. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 have been eaten. So 4 fourths is equal to 2. We wouldn't say 2 twos. I almost said 2, 2. 2, 2. I'm getting tired. Am I tired? Okay, so you're just gonna continue on and see if you can do this page. If you're like, what? I gotta wait till Miss Matt gets back, then that's totally fine. But get the other thing done. I want the other thing done, okay? This thing right here in your packet. Boom, boom, all right? All 4 of those. Okay, miss y'all, love you. I will be on campus, so I will come visit y'all. And I know I usually have some reward when a sub is here, so I'm thinking, since we're doing fractions, something that I can cut up into equal pieces and share equally. I'll think about it. Something good. But if the sub writes me a note on the bottom of the lesson plans and says they definitely deserve that surprise thing that you're going to divide up equally, like fractions, if I get that note, we'll make a deal. All right? Okay, have a good day. Love ya. Y'all are awesome. Out. AC/DC. Thunderstruck. Bah.